Look, we made our way up to the mists of Ravenloft. Right. Oh, somebody cast darkness. What else can champions scavenge? I mean, lots of things, I would think. Time gate pieces would be interesting. Scales would be interesting. Corrupted gems could be a thing. I don't think they do green gems. We already have ways to earn those. That doesn't mean I'm right. I'm just saying. I don't think they would. They might. Well, it's the proper way to say it, Thalo, because they're talking about the Saturday morning squad as a group, regardless of how many people are in it. And when you're talking about a group, you would use the word they. Right? So Saturday morning squad now is their powerful acrobat in the party. It's true because as an affiliation, their powerful acrobat is in the party. The rest of the party isn't there yet, but as far as the affiliation goes, it's a valid state. And where are we going? We're going to like area 200 now. Yeah. Any silvers? Give me a speed potion. Damn you. Damn you, Hardy. Yeah. Lightniscus. Thanks for hanging out. I don't think they would consume. I don't think you would have them scavenge anything you can buy with green gems. Is my statement. I don't think that makes sense. You already get a bajillion green gems. So anything that comes out of regular chests, probably I don't think you'd ever scavenge. That's just my opinion, though. Other than to unlock straw, should someone sit on their silver chest or just open them as they get them? If Rathmore, if I'm coming up on an evergreen unlock, if I'm about to unlock an evergreen, I want 25 silvers. 25 to 30, because that's going to get me that champion in green or better gear. So like I look at it that way, but yeah, outside of that, it's whatever comes up that you might need them for. Otherwise, just use them right away. But yeah, Strahd would be an example. The bigger issue with Strahd is getting the hold on, let me copy something. It's getting the Modron or the medium bounty contracts. It's getting the medium bounty contract. That's done. That's okay. So Diana's is done. Diana's is done. All right. All right. Diana's guide is prepped now. Ready for Wednesday. Oh, I should add a couple. I should add some things. Put that in some places. Having some notes. Welcome everybody from the in-game pop-up. We are working. We're trying to get through Barovia for Towering. I'm trying to complete Towering Expectations to prep for Patron Strahd on my new account. But today we did a deep run. We finished a deep run in Patron Vajra to be able to get her. Well, we finished a Patron variant, but it ended up being also a gold find run. And then we did a deep run in Sword Coast because we hadn't done one since we unlocked Dritz. We went from E10 favor in Sword Coast to E30, so we're good now. We're good now for a while. Got all my blessings now. Maciel, that's that potion thing. There's been a bug with potion timers for a while. Just enjoy it, I guess. Yes. Hey, Belswin. And in the background, I'm working off camera. I'm working on prepping Diana's event guide, or champion guide, I should say. Diana is a member of the Saturday Morning Squad. She's arriving on Wednesday, along with a reworked Gromma, and reworked Gromma looks nice. Nice. Got some notes in. Done with that. You know what I need to do? Someone mentioned I never put the Dark Urge's legendary effects in. I got to do that because I never unlock those right when I get the champion. It's always on the tutorial show when I get the gear. Update that, and and I guess I could put a time gate priority. I'd say they're average on my rating system. Oh, I can't even do this. I can't even do this right now because I don't have my main account open. Whoop, never mind. Never mind. All right. We're up to in quick damage. At 199. Hey, guess what? We only got to get to area 200. I'm glad we had some leftover Brit stacks. Rib stacks are like pizza. Whenever you've got leftovers, it's great. It's great. It's not as good as when it's like, you know, oh god, I just got lots of rib stacks. But you know, take what you can get sometimes, right? Yeah, look, they just did the thing with the Caddy Bree skin, just like, hey, 80s cartoon Caddy Bree. She was not in it, but it's just a skin style they decided to try with. Did I mess around anymore with Will and Gromma and G? Why would I use Gromma? I know I have not messed around at all with Will on my main account. I haven't at all. I don't have time to play it. Like when I'm playing it, I'm like doing my trial lately, or I'm gem farming to prepare for, you know, the future. And yeah, most of my gameplay is on this account now. Do I have more advanced notice on the new champion than usual? I thought you started. Well, no, I do. I usually prep the guide when the blog comes out. I make the guide. I fill in all the actual info, like all the values, the varying values based off upgrades and stuff on Wednesday. But I prep it with everything that I can get from the champion spotlight the moment that drops. Is it better seat 5 for a new player, Keelik or Yvandra? It depends on who your primary DPS is, because Yvandra only buffs neutral DPS. Neutral on the good and evil axis. So if that ain't it, then you want Keelik. Is Valentine coming in the Great Modron March? No. You can Althris, you can see who's coming up. Keep teaching people this. Great Modron March, click on it. Evelyn, Keelik, Kreidel, Jaheira, Mahan, Nordum, Nixie, and Yvandra. Plus Diana as the new champion and Gromma as the reworked champion. What did I trigger over here? Oh. Okay, Tomb Blessings. Oh, Grand Tour, and just collect all. Yeah. So you can always look in game at whatever the next event is. I don't think you can move. I don't think you can look multiple events ahead, but the next one will tell you. When will we get a new evergreen? I don't know. The next evergreen I would assume, presume. Let's say presume. I would presume the next evergreen would be in Turn of Fortune's Wheel, since that's the only campaign we don't have one in, and they haven't dropped a new campaign yet. And dropping a new campaign and giving us an evergreen in the newest campaign would be weird. So, Turn of Fortune's Wheel, at some point, we just got to, what? Didn't we just get part 5? It doesn't say here. I think it says it in the blog post. So it depends, like, it needs to be off a variant, so I would assume it would need to be with a variant push. And now that we're halfway through, there's the possibility that it could drop with any variant push. But we have no idea. They don't tell us that in advance, because once upon a time, back in my day, they're like, hey, we got this great new champion coming. Hey, we're gonna add this champion to the game, and then they didn't. And then they announced another. Hey, Dragonbait's gonna be an evergreen, and then they're like, oh, hey, guess what? Like a month later, okay, Ikoria is gonna be an evergreen, and then they gave us Ikoria before they ever gave us Dragonbait. So they don't announce evergreens in advance anymore, because we made fun of them for a very long time. Speaking of Dark Order's legendary effects, do you know if his evil slot still boosts him while he's spec good? I have no idea. We don't have an incoming buffs tab, so like for generic stuff like that. So until we get that, I won't know. But time gate pizzas are like pizza? They're only shaped like pizza. There's a difference. Lediath says, in my opinion, Valentine is the best Seat 5 champion for new players. How does it feel to be wrong, Lediath? How does it feel to be wrong? I don't know. Sorry, it's Monday. It's Monday, and we've had a good day of song references, and now I'm just going to rip on people's opinions. Why not? I don't. Obviously my opinion is Briv, but yet another super gamer. What hero is the fastest basic attack speed? I don't know. I can tell you that Ishii always attacks faster than anyone else in the party, but I mean, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I guess here's the thing. Here's some general information. It doesn't really matter because there's ways to boost attack speed in this game to get them to their animation cap, which is the fastest someone can attack. Is basically how long is the animation going to take? And attack speed doesn't really mean anything. It isn't like in some games, the faster you attack, the like you do significantly more damage. No, this is not in this game. So it's not as big a deal. Where it comes in handy is when you're trying to kill bosses like this, but there's other ways to do that quickly too. So yeah, that wouldn't be information I would keep in my brain because it's not really important. No, Valentine is not available in the upcoming event. Where did people get this? Yeah, if you picked up Evandra and Jaheira's a neutral DPS, and her dips don't lie. She's a solid DPS. She's also a good support champion. She's a good combo champion. But the thing is you know, she's in slot 9, and like if you're working towards split the party or something, Diana's in slot 9 too. So I don't know. There's always lots of things to keep in mind. I don't understand. Yeah, Lediath, I don't understand why. I don't understand why Justin thinks that raising the soft cap would make it easier to get favor and wheel. It's not a lack of power that's stopping us from getting favor. So unless the soft cap is adding a major favor boost to gold find major gold boost to gold find champions, then raising the soft cap means nothing. That's I don't know where he gets this idea. I would love to hear an explanation. Honestly, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna ask. That's my Dev Insights question this week. Justin, last week you made an offhand comment that you about feeling like favor would be easier to earn in Fortune's Wheel after a soft cap increase. What is it about the way Idol Champions works that would make you feel? No, that's rude. that's me being yeah, that was me being passive aggressive, maybe a little too much. Since the problem with earning favor in Fortunes, I'm just going to call it FW, and FW is solely the gold find scaling on enemies as you go up levels, and has nothing to do with how far you can push. Why is it that you think this solves the problem? Why do you think that this would make things easier. Yeah. And then we should get an answer out of that. That either is he thinks that we just can't push very far and doesn't understand that we can push to 2001 and the favor still sucks. I don't know. Yeah, we'll find out, I guess. Clearly in a mood today. Clearly. What does evergreen mean anyway? So if you think of it like trees, so sorry, Witch Noir, but this is true. If you think of it like trees, an evergreen is a tree that stays green year round. Well, an evergreen champion is a champion that you can unlock all the time. You don't have to wait for an event or a time gate. They are champions that are then that's the difference. Is there are event champions, they add event champions and they add evergreen champions. So evergreens are champions like Hitch, and you get Hitch by signing up for the newsletter at any time. You can get nerds from the shop. Once you got 500, or once you got 100,000 gems, you could buy nerds. Don't. You can get Dritz and all these other campaign champions at any time from the campaign. Once you get there, you can earn them. You're not gated by having to do an event or a time gate to get them. And so they got coined. The name that they got coined, the term was coined as evergreen, because it's a year round. It's available. Blame Chris Dupuis. The devs didn't even like that term, but but Chris started using it and it stuck. So I am riding Briv and crawling into the sunset, Lediath. Exactly. It's the old ways. Look at it. Look, it works. I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now. So here's the thing. You guys, you Lediath and Bayushi Akira, you're both judging Briv based off his speed functionality, it feels like. And that's not why I picked Briv up early and why I think Briv is the first champion that you get in slot 5. It's his tanking. Early on, having a at any point in the game, having an extremely survivable tank is a big deal. And there are a lot of people that just don't think that. They're just like, well, just get enough damage and you don't have to tank. And they're wrong. They're wrong. I hate to break it to them. But if you're just doing power and you're able to survive by one-shotting everything, you're overpowering things. You don't need that. You can find a more balanced situation, and Briv provides that, in my opinion. So I throw item levels on him, yeah, because I get a little bit of a speed boost, but I only get him I want him around 50% of the time, and the rest is, hey, he's super survivable. Which is how we just went to 772 in Sword Coast, and I could have gone. We could have broke 800. Who knows how far we could have gone. Althris, we've answered this repeatedly now. Keelik or Evandra for seat 5? It depends. And I said the difference is, if you're going with a neutral DPS, you could go with Evandra. And you want a tank, otherwise you go Keelik. Depends. The answers aren't always, it's always X. It's usually it depends. Hey, Drothonis. Are you sure it was soft cap and not area cap? I don't even think the area, honestly, Max, it was, I think he said soft cap. But even if they raise the area cap, let's say they raise the area cap from 2001 to 2501, because that's probably where it would go. The gold find isn't a curve there, it's a plateau, so it wouldn't help much either. I don't feel like it would. Unless the gold find does this, and then when they boost the area cap, they're like, woo! Then it takes off. but that'd be ridiculous. That'd be ridiculous. Again, I've had conversations about Fortune's Wheel, and it was basically like they thought it would make it more difficult, and I've explained to them that it didn't make it more difficult. It made it more frustrating, and there's a difference. There's a difference between difficult and frustrating. Difficult is it's harder to kill things. Frustrating is I can kill things, but I can't buy blessings. Like, and with the rest of the pay, with the damage you can get in this game, like with the power you can get just on your account by the time you get to turn to Fortune's Wheel, if you're getting legendaries and that kind of stuff, you can complete every adventure that they've put out so far. You just can't buy the blessings, and that's just frustrating. That's not difficult. All right, question. If 3 parties up, is getting 4 per seat to unlock the 4th party a priority in terms of what heroes to unlock? It's something you want to keep in mind, but it isn't as much of a priority as getting as getting your 3rd party was, because what the big thing wasn't the 3rd party. The big thing was the fast core. The fast core, I think, is the best core and should be prioritized. Best core early on. Of the unlockable split the parties and even the strong core, because the core that you get from the 4th party is the magic core, and I personally think it's garbage. It can give you a lot of damage, but it has no survivability, so you fall over when you're not killing things. And as I just said, I don't think the game. There's people who want to play the game that way, and that's fine. But the game is easier when you don't play it that way. So why make it hard on yourself? So I mean, if you can make decisions, if you don't have any other reason to pick a champion in the next event, like to flex, and the only thing you can think of is, well, it'll give me the 4th champion for split the party 3, then you go with that one. Yeah. Are there any new evergreen champions that are unlockable available after Ikoria from the camp? What do you mean new? Like, did you leave for a while, Gunak? Oh, we're on an ad break. Let me finish this when we get back from the ad break. And now we have a timer up there for the ad breaks. Man, I've been waiting. My Amazon delivery got delayed. Wah. First world problems. No. I think the weather delayed it. The weather's been hot garbage. It says out for delivery. Okay. It's the best I'm going to get off of it. Guessing. I'm also waiting for that Aaron M. Evans book, but I don't know when they're allowed to deliver that. Oddly, I got an email from, I think I ordered it from pre-ordered it from Barnes & Noble like a year ago. And the funniest part was they sent me an email and it was like, we've shipped this, but your payment didn't go through, so you should really pay us soon. And I'm like, but you shipped it already. It's mine. You won't be able to pre-order any more books. Look, I put my payment information in a year ago. It's not my fault you didn't actually take the payment. And there's no way. I was clicking all the things they were telling me to click. It couldn't pay it. All right, let me go back to this. Gunak, I'm going to change this. Are there any evergreen champions that are available after Ikoria? Yes. Icewind Dale has Xeraphon. Wild Beyond the Witchlight has Blushi, and the Light of Xerixis has Crux. Commodore Crux. So there are more evergreens. And at some point, Turn of Fortune's Wheel will have something. Look,